Hello, good morning, my dear children. This is your Balachandra. Here in this video, I am going to explain you the detailed summary of A Letter to God, the first lesson in our 10th class English textbook. Here, before going to explain the detailed summary, I would like to introduce the characters in this story. Here, the central character is Lencho, a poor farmer, lives with his family, very hardworking, has strong faith in God, innocent and simple minded. He believes God will help him when he loses everything. Next, the second character, Lencho's wife, a caring and supportive woman, helps Lencho in difficult times, also worried about food and survival. Lencho's children, young and innocent, help in the field, happy when it rains, unaware of danger. Next character, the postmaster, kind and helpful, finds Lencho's faith touching, decides to help him. He collects money for Lencho to keep his faith alive. Post office employees work with the postmaster, laugh at first but later help, contribute money for Lencho. So, these are the main characters in the story A Letter to God. Here, A Letter to God, it was written by J.L. Fuentes. Now, I would like to explain the detailed summary of A Letter to God. Here, the story is set in a rural area where a poor farmer named Lencho lives with his family in a small house on the top of a hill. His entire life depends on the success of his crops. As farming is his only source of food and income. Lencho is a hard-working man who spends his days taking care of his fields. He is simple in nature and has a deep and unshakable faith in God. His family support him and they all eagerly wait for the rain because their crops need water to grow. One day, dark clouds gather in the sky and it finally begins to rain. Lencho feels very happy and hopeful as he believes the rain will help his crops grow well. He compares the raindrops to new coins because they promise a good harvest and prosperity. However, his happiness does not last long. The rain suddenly turns into a violent hailstorm. Large hailstorms fall from the sky and completely destroy the crops. The fields are covered with ice and everything is ruined. Lencho and his family are left with nothing to eat and no way to earn money. After the destruction of his crops, Lencho becomes worried but does not lose hope. He strongly believes that God will help him in this difficult time. With complete trust, he decides to write a letter to God. In the letter, he explains his situation and asks for 100 pesos to survive and to sow his fields again. He places the letter in an envelope, addressed to it to God, and goes to the post office to send it. When the postmaster sees the letter, he finds it amusing and shows it to the postmaster. The postmaster is deeply moved by Lencho's faith and decides that such faith should not be broken. To help Lencho, he collects money from his employees and contributes some himself. However, they are able to gather only 70 pesos, which is less than what Lencho requested. They put the money in the envelope and deliver it to Lencho, signing it as it come from God. When Lencho receives the letter, he is not surprised because he truly believes that God has sent him the money. But when he counts it, he becomes angry because it's not the full amount he asked for. Instead of being grateful, he suspects that the post office employees have stolen the remaining money. He writes another letter to God, asking for the rest of the money and requesting that it should not be sent through the post office, as he now believes the employees are dishonest. Here, the story highlights Lencho's deep faith in God, which gives him hope and strength during a crisis. At the same time, he shows his innocence and lack of understanding as he fails to recognize the kindness of the people who helped him. The story also teaches us about human generosity and how people can come together to help someone in need, even if the efforts are misunderstood. So, this is the brief summary of A Letter to God. Thank you. Thank you very much.